such a big thing that came up for me in our relationship was like physical appearance stuff and insecurities around how I look or how I'm perceived by someone else. Um, and like I said, I don't think I dealt with much of that in a resolving and healing it kind of way when we were still together. Like that's never come up for me in that way in a romantic relationship. Like that was a big, challenging, heavy thing for me at the time. And in some way, I think like, oh God, it would have been just so much more easy and pleasant if none of that had come up for me at all. And if that was still all buried under the surface somewhere, because I just kept dating people who like thought of me as attractive, I wonder what, I don't know. I'm glad I'm still dealing with all of that. Like I'm still, like kind of digging deeper into like my insecurities and where has this all come from and how, all of that kind of stuff and working on it with other people in honesty groups and stuff like that, which is great.
Well, I want to make a comment on that. On my side, I had never felt so valued and attractive and stuff as I did when I was in relationship with you.
Yay.
It was like
Yeah.
I thought, wow, I'm just a really awesome, beautiful person.
Yeah.
And now, like, so many insecurities about my appearance and all of this stuff are like present with me now that weren't with me in relationship to you. And I feel kind of sad about how insecure you felt.
Yeah, more though about that. I felt really good about myself in relationship to you in pretty much every other way.
Yeah.
Toward the end when I was like really sort of stewing in my insecurities about the physical appearance stuff, then there were ways that I didn't feel proud of myself for how I was interacting with you and like how serious I made all of that. But in general, throughout our relationship, I think I felt quite good about myself. I think I held the physical appearance stuff like very separate from everything else. And I think I felt very appreciated by you as a human being and in like how I functioned in the world and how we did our relationship together and how we were honest with each other. Like I felt appreciated by you and thought that you thought quite highly of me in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah. Which was true. And so on the other hand, I had never felt so insecure
Mm.
about how self-assured I wasn't, how I was lacking in dominance sexually, which I never thought of as a problem until I met
No, because
you.
it's
And then
not.
suddenly I had never felt so insecure about my intelligence. And I think a lot of that had to do with how much you appreciated Ravi for your ex-boyfriend for how smart he was and
Yeah,
artistic and stuff. I was usually very secure about how creative and artistic
right.
I was and stuff. Like things that I normally felt were a strong part of my identity then really
Mhm.
sort of came into question.
Which was painful and challenging for both of us when we were in it, and which now I look back on as part of the success.